Your status quo, your current conditions, your life, everything happening now. The money in your bank account, the office you find yourself in, or wherever you are, your very present tense, as you regard present tense, is a result of past triggers that has become manifest. Past thought, past emotions is creating the very reality that is happening now. So by changing the past, you annihilate the foundations that your current reality is on or operates on. By rewiring yourself to respond differently to whatever happened in the past, you break the infrastructure of everything that is now happening outside of you. Now, logic will tell you, and this programming is very deep. We say you can't change the past. The conditioning is very deep. You see, your nervous system and your subconscious mind, there's no such thing as time there. When you are in a relationship now, something that happened 10 years ago influences whatever happens now, because your nervous system still, that memory is present tense for your nervous system. So your subconscious mind, the external and the internal, it doesn't know the difference. The conditioning of your accumulated knowledge thinks there's a separation between past, present, and future. But this is not the case. For instance, you can literally get a job today by changing how you view something that happened in the past, because your entire life is based on projection. As you are sitting now or standing or walking, whatever you're doing now, you cannot physically touch the past, because it is just a programming that it's a database. And how you responded to it has created what is happening now in front of you. So even if someone slaps you, it is a result of something you did in the past that this is happening now. So by how you choose to view whatever happened to you in the past, how you rewire it, how you reroute the energy, this creates a change in the quantum field of your present tense. The quantum field is always in the present now. And by changing your perception of something that happened to you in the past, you create your current reality. Now, your highest version, which is omniscient, you in your truest, most authentic nature on your highest timeline, that version of you is beyond time. That version of you don't have to look at the watch, doesn't have to worry about tomorrow, because everything just is splendid. There's just prosperity. So when you look to the future, it is because of a fear. It is because of a programming. Now, this highest version had to take you through very, very deep experiences to teach you certain things. And many times you have, according to your triggers, created karmic debt because of that. Because your highest version is to pull you, the intention is to pull you to your highest timeline, to where it's at. For instance, if you were not picked for a soccer team and you felt like you were not good enough, it was to teach you that your own self-worth comes from your own opinion and not by fitting in somewhere. The algorithms of social media, where it has provoked comparison, where it made you realize you are not as happy as that person and you're not doing as well as that one. All these things were trying to teach you that validation must come from yourself. You have to see it in this way. That approval is not because you belong somewhere. Approval comes from you approving of yourself. Because you see, the worth you contain within you will reflect in your reality. And the moment you have self-worth issues where you have a deficit, this deficit will always manifest in your physical reality. Your net worth from the external reality depends on how you value yourself. And this is why boundaries are so important. Boundaries doesn't mean there's no interaction with people. It means you choosing not to lean on external validation for your own value, not measuring yourself according to any information coming from outside of you. Your own sovereignty. You have to go look back. Look at the times when your prayers weren't answered because you were begging. Look at the frequency you emitted, how you believed you didn't have it. You were not worthy. Because by asking, you are actually believing that at that moment you don't have it. And by begging, you are actually questioning your own worth. This is an acknowledgement of how you have relinquished your sovereignty, your own divine nature to speak something into existence, and it just is. You have been taught to give that away. You have been fed a poisonous lie that your answers come from something external to you. And even sometimes a scripture was given to you that you could not see beyond. Greater is he that is within you than he that is within the world. And you did not take heed to that. Now, when you tell me you cannot change the past and you are a religious person, then why are you saying that with God all things are already possible? All possibilities already exist. The limited belief systems within you, the depth of it, you have to go to the very roots of it and cut it completely and see how you have given away your own ability to affect reality. And giving it away manifested in the universe giving you away. Because external reality is just a mirror of what you hold to be true internally. So this sacred, I call it the sacred detention phase or period up to now, how you have viewed life have put you where you are at. And if you are going to shift to higher timelines, how your nervous system responds to the past. Now, forgiveness is a powerful tool. That resentment you hold because you are angry at someone, because they cheated on you or they betrayed you, you have to now rewire your nervous system to see it as you teaching yourself to not be so codependent, to perfect your own self-reliance, to know that even if you are alone in this world, that you are joyful, that you are absolutely ecstatic for no reason at every moment of this existence, where you have given your happiness away, where you have dependent on, or you depended on something or someone outside of you to bring that joy to you. You had to learn the hard way that the joyful expanse of your own being is something you cultivate within you and then you draw it in. By the same token, where you have been, people have stolen from you, you have been rejected, it is the same extent to which you have rejected yourself, your own sovereignty, your own ability to affect reality. And this is the start or the introduction to you starting to rewire your response. And automatically, the infrastructure of your current status quo will start to dissolve. The limitation, it must now become manifest.